Live from Palin Music Studios in Springfield, Missouri, it's Wake Up with Greg. Here's your host, Greg.
Hey guys, good morning and welcome to Wake Up with Greg. I'm your host, Greg Rosander with Palin Music Center. Happy Friday to you. Happy to be here with you, and happy 1-year anniversary to Wake Up with Greg. We started this show a year ago this week. It wasn't today. We started on the 19th last year, but here we are, 1 year at it already. And it's been a wild ride, but it's been a lot of fun. So I'm excited to be here with you. I hope you are as well. Got a lot of fun stuff in store for you. It's kind of going to be all over the place today. So be prepared and excited about that. So I've got 3 different instruments, and 2 of them I know for a fact you haven't seen on the show before. One, maybe if you've seen, all 250 episodes or how many we've got. Yeah, so those of you new to the show, and welcome to the Facebook folks as well. We're now on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. So happy to have you all here. Please feel free to chime in on the chat so you can ask your questions, leave your comments, let me know where in the world you're watching from. My buddy Max is on the line already this morning. Good morning, my friend. And it looks like Ma Claire from California is on the line as well. Welcome, welcome. Happy to have you all here. So let's see, what do we got going on? There's we got NASA. That's what's coming up. If you don't know what NASA is, the National North American Saxophone Alliance. There we go. Their Region 4 conference will be here at Missouri State in Springfield on the 6th, 7th, and 8th of March. And we may do a little bit from that show because I will be there during this normal time. So we may just do our show on site there. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, super cool. Saxophone players, students, and pros from all over the country, and maybe some from around the world will be convening here in Springfield, Missouri. We'll be having some fun with that. So other than that, I'm not sure what else we got going on. Cars and Guitars is in the works for the next session of that after we get all this snow and ice cleared out of here. It's been a brutally cold week.
Next week is looking a little better.
Next week is looking, a bit warmer, back to not quite spring-like temperatures, but certainly a warmer winter. The lowest temperature I saw this week was -8. Excuse me, got a little tickle in the throat there. -8 degrees with a wind chill of like -20. Insane. And we got a lot of snow. Of course, they said it was going to be like the biggest storm in decades. Didn't turn out that way.
Usually means it won't be.
Yeah, it usually means it won't be, exactly. So we had, somewhere 6 to 8 inches of snow around here maybe, but still enough to make a big mess, but certainly wasn't the, 2 feet of snow they were predicting. So yeah, that's a good thing. Let's see, what else we got going on? I think that's probably about it. I think I started saying, if you're new to the show, we're here every Friday morning, 9 a.m. Central, to share the coolest instruments on the internet for you. Instruments you can purchase on our website at palinmusic.com, or by giving me a call at 417-882-7000, or check out our Reverb page at reverb.com. You can do that as well. So in addition to the instruments, we share music, we share art, literature, just whatever, travel, food. Today we got a really interesting thing for you, so you're going to want to stay tuned for that for sure. Something you definitely have not seen on this show before. So I think that's all the news that's fit to print. We're going to jump into this party and get this thing started. But, there's one thing that we definitely have to do first, and that's say good morning to Jordan.
Yo.
Good. Yo. You guys can't see him, and I may try to pull him up on camera here, but Jordan is he's a Dapper Dan man today. He's got the coat. He's got a Greg shirt on. I mean, he's looking stylish today.
Yeah.
So
I got to give a little presentation today.
Oh, you're doing a presentation? Okay. For what?
We have a team meeting once a week with a few of us, and we're alternating practicing giving presentations every week. Fun. So it's my turn this week.
It's your turn. All right. So you gotta put on the airs for the show. You know,
Yep.
look professional.
Yep.
Fantastic, love it. All right, well let's jump into this thing, shall we?
Let's do it. Okay. Before we hop into the first horn, can you tell us about your shirt and your watch today?
Shirt and watch. That's right. I always forget. I don't know why I always forget that. The shirt. Okay, kind of understated for me today, but it's we've got kind of the gold or bronze stripes. It's kind of cool. I like on the inside of the shirt. It's like the opposite of the colors. I don't know if you can see that on there, but it's a Daniel Cremieux. So a little understated for the normal Daniel Cremieux I wear, but certainly still one of my favorites. I absolutely love this shirt. It's comfy. It looks cool. I love the contrasting colors, you know, all of that. So, and then we've got a watch to coordinate. This is my David watch, I call it. It's my Nixon. It's called the Spur. This used to belong to my cousin David, who sadly passed a few years ago, and it was gifted to me by my Aunt and Uncle Roger and Pam. Love you guys. Thank you so much. But it's a really cool Nixon watch. Nixon, they're kind of, they gear themselves towards, I think originally kind of started as like, you know, gearing towards like the surfer skater crowd. I know you can get them at like, what's the skate shop? Tully's or something like that? Or I don't know, there's a place. Tully? I don't know. Anyway. But they're extremely cool, and they've got a lot of nice, you know, kind of higher end watches now as well. So, but absolutely love it. So that's my Nixon Spur and my Daniel Cremieux, and that's the shirt and watch. All right, let's jump into our first horn of the day. We're going to go big to little today. Starting out, I'm going to show you the case on this. Just got this in yesterday, so I know you haven't seen it. It's the first I've seen it, actually. This is a Yamaha Xeno trombone, the custom Xeno. This is the YSL 882 Mark II OR. What does all that mean? It means all kinds of fun stuff. It means I need to get my gloves on so that we don't get these things all fingerprinty. All right, my Mickey Mouse gloves. Dun, 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 dun. All right, here we go. So first up, professional grade B-flat/F trombone. So we have the F attachment. So what do we have here with this particular horn? We have a thick wall, one-piece hand-hammered bell. Yellow brass is the material on that. I don't know if you can see the logo. Nothing really, they never really put any fancy engraving on these anymore. Just a little Xeno logo there, so not much to see. But it has the O in this, in the model number, stands for the open wrap design. So you can see how I'm banging this on the table there. You've got the open wrap, as opposed to a traditional wrap where the tubing is kind of curved around inside here. The difference is open. Obviously, that means it's more open. It's freer blowing, less resistant, gives you a nice, smooth feel and articulation there. But what we've got the reversed tuning slides. Now, we've talked about that a lot on trumpets, but not so much on trombones. But you can see, as I move this slide, we've got that staggered tubing there, which gives you that integral flow, and there's not any steps that air bumps up against when it's coming through the horn. So very, very open. I'm going to try to slide that one up so you can see the bigger tuning slide there. Again, so we've got that stepped deal, which is the reversed tuning slide on there. So that is an amazing feature. So that's the O and the R for reverse. This has the balanced response rotor, 8 2/3 inch diameter bell, and it's a 547 large bore. So that is the main body section of the horn. Let me show you the slide on this. Of course, these all come as an outfit with the mouthpiece and everything else here, but here is the slide. And these do have removable lead pipes, so you can change those out. It doesn't come, I don't believe it comes with extra. No, it does not. But I'll show you, you can pull that lead pipe out there. That just kind of unscrews there and slides out like that. So you can replace that with different different lengths, different tapers, different materials to customize your sound. So we've got a yellow brass outer slide. Make sure I get that all the way back on there. Nickel silver, chrome to nickel silver inner slide, I believe. Let me show you that. You can see beautiful. Oh man, super smooth light action on that. Gotta love that. And then we've got a nickel silver crook down at the bottom. Gives you a nice solid construction there. Fantastic high performance horn, great for any symphonic work, section work in like a big band or other concert bands, orchestras, that kind of deal. So a really amazing pro trombone. This is the YSL 882 Mark II OR. You can check this out on the website at palinmusic.com or on our reverb page at reverb.com, or give us a call, 417-882-7006 or 7000, either one. You can reach us all different ways. You probably won't see that yet on the website because we haven't even photographed it yet. We're doing that right after the show. So that listing will be live later today. So there you go. That's horn number one. And great. So let's move on to our next segment, shall we?
Yes. All right, next. Do you have some music to recommend to us today?
I do. So the song today was kind of inspired by the weather that we've had this week. White, snow, cold. Some people love the snow. I love the snow when it's in the mountains and I'm skiing on it, but when it's on my street and preventing me from getting out of my driveway, it's kind of annoying. But the song has to deal with kind of the feelings of the week, as well as, today's our 1 year anniversary of the show. And the song also kind of deals with the passing of time and the concept of, if you could turn back time. And there's a lot of different interpretations of this song. And there are the two most well-known versions. It's been covered by other artists. But I decided to go with the original artist on this because I think that is the most respectful way to present this song. The song is called White Winter Hymn, and that's hymn, Hymn. And
I think it's hymnal.
What's that?
I think it's hymnal.
Oh, is it White Winter Hymnal?
Mm-hmm.
White Winter Hymnal, excuse me. Thank you. That actually makes it sound better. White Winter Hymnal. I'll get it all right. Anyway, the original group, the original performers, writers of this song are Fleet Foxes. And the video I'm going to show you is actually their official video. And it's really amazing. It is a stop action claymation video. But the song, it's kind of a melancholy song, I will say. So it's not going to be like super happy. I've read some comments on it. People think like, when I'm really sad, I can listen to this song and it makes me happy. When I'm really happy, I can listen to this song and it'll make me sad. So it's one of those songs, but it's a really, really neat song. Now, the second most actually, it's probably even more popular than the original, is the Pentatonics version. I was going to go with that one, but I thought it would be more respectful to share the Fleet Foxes. The Pentatonics, as you know, they're the a cappella group that does amazing harmonies, mostly known for their Christmas music, but because they've got like 5 Christmas albums now, I think. But they do just a lot of amazing work. So check out their version after you listen to this one. So I'm going to have Jordan roll this one. This is Fleet Foxes' White Winter Hymnal. Give it a listen.
I was following the eye, 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 was following the pack, all swallowed in their coats, with scarves of red tied round their throats to keep their
Max is asking if I was going to play Share.
in the snow, and I
Which, if you could turn back time, I get it.
and Michael, you would fall and turn the white snow red as strawberries in the summertime.
Yeah, so the concept of turning back time, you can see him cranking the wheel, you see the stars and everything moving in the background. No, Max, I can't blame you.
With scarves of red tied round their throats to keep their little heads from falling in
I think in the video these guys represent the members of the band, if I'm not mistaken, and it kind of shows them aging as time passes. You can't stop time. Time's going to keep rolling on. But one thing that's also amazing about this video is, stop action claymation is just extremely complicated to do. I mean, for 1 second of actual footage, it takes like 20 to 30 frames of individual shots of posing these characters in all these. Oh, it's amazing.
To time it to the music like that.
Yeah.
That would be
to keep their little heads from falling in the snow. And I turn around
That's a
and
beautiful
there
song.
you go. And Michael, you would fall and turn the white snow red as strawberries in summertime.
There you go. All right. So that is my song choice for the day, Fleet Foxes' White Winter Hymnal. I'll add that to the Spotify playlist, Wake Up with Greg, that I've created for you all. I think we're closing in on 17 hours of music on that playlist now. So certainly something you can listen to all day long, all week long, really. I mean, kind of have to spread it out over a few days, but a lot of great music in there. So check it out if you're on Spotify. Go just search Wake Up with Greg and you'll find it. It's a public playlist for you. So, and then, of course, after the show, go back on YouTube and check out the video for the Pentatonix version of this song, White Winter Hymnal, because it's pretty awesome too. Of course, this came out, 15 years ago now. I think 2010 is when this was. So it's been out a while.
I think the video said 16 years ago.
Yeah. So there you go, 16 years ago. I know the Pentatonix, they do kind of like a hand jive percussion thing when they're doing it, which was really popular back then, with like the, what was the movies? Pitch Perfect. Yeah, the Pitch Perfect movies and the Cup song, and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, time
Max's
passes.
Favorite movie.
What's that?
Probably Max's favorite movie.
Max's favorite movie, for sure. All right. Let's dig into another horn, shall we?
Let's do it.
All right. Saxophone. Horn number 2 is a saxophone, is kind of what I meant to say. Showing the case here. This is the Yamaha. And I've been showing a ton of Yamaha lately. And like I said, there's a reason for that. We've kind of upped our Yamaha level. And we'll be talking more about that later down the road. I'll be learning a lot about this next week, and then I'll be able to share that more with you. But this is the Yamaha YAS 62 Mark III S for YAS 62 3S for silver. And man, what an absolutely beautiful horn this is. This is Yamaha's kind of flagship horn, if you will. It's their workhorse, their universally accepted and loved saxophone. For lack of a better term, this is Yamaha's Mark VI. So this is just about as popular of a modern horn as the Mark VI is for Selmer. But just look at that horn. What an absolutely beautiful horn. Really bright silver plating on that. You've got, this is an all yellow brass, normally Italian leather pads. This has nylon or plastic tone boosters on it. And it turns out these look really good, but the pearls are actually synthetic pearls as well. Beautiful hand engraving on the bell. I don't know if you can see that. You've got adjustable thumb hook on the back. All your fine adjustments throughout. The rocker table on the left hand. Really smooth action. You've got the 2-point bell to body brace. The front F, teardrop front F, is adjustable. You can adjust that for comfort position there. And then there's the low adjustment on the low, is it the low B, I think? Low B, C sharp down there. So detachable bell to body brace, everything that you want, post to rib construction. This is just a rock solid. There's the close up there. We can get the better view of the engraving there. Just really stunning horn. So this is the YAS 62 Mark III in silver. Professional horn, probably the best intonated horn out there on the market as far as the intonation is concerned. And it's, like I said, it's a workhorse model. You can do everything with this. Jazz, classical, pop, R&B, funk, fusion, whatever you want. Every kind of jazz, big band jazz, bebop, smooth, cool, whatever you want to do. This will do it. It is a high performance horn, but it's one of the more affordable saxophones on the market in this category. So can't go wrong with a 62. If you don't know what you want in the way of a saxophone, I can recommend the 62 hands down all the time. You will not be disappointed. And it comes in 4 different finishes now. It comes in the traditional gold lacquer. It comes in this beautiful bright silver plating. Last year they introduced 2 new finishes: the amber finish, which is a dark amber lacquer, kind of a cognac style lacquer. But that horn, the engraving is done after the lacquering, so you get the light color through the dark to show off the engraving really well. And then they have a sealer coat that they put on that so that it doesn't discolor over time. And then, of course, they've got the unlacquered version of this as well. So completely raw brass for those that are into that jam. So that's that guy. Here's the neck. It's all wrapped up. I'm not going to unwrap that. You can see what it is. Got the gold medallion on the octave key there. Again, comes with, as an outfit with a hard rubber mouthpiece, strap, all your accessories, all the goodies there. So that is that. That is the YAS 62 Mark III S. Live on the website, palinmusic.com, or give me a call, or check out our Reverb page, or come into the store. All 10 of our stores, you can get one of these. All right.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
To show us something cool.
To show you something cool. This is something you've not seen on the show before. A couple of reasons why. 1, because I didn't know about it until last night. And 2, because I don't know why.
Well, you didn't know about it till last night?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
We don't do many like taste tests or anything on this show. I did one with what was it? The Swedish fish energy drink or something. I don't know. It was a little weird. But today's a very special day. February 21st, 2025. If I can get my words out. The first ever National Boiled Peanuts Day. You're saying, what? Boiled peanuts. Okay. So there's the can there. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if you got a close up, you can see of the can. Boiled peanuts. There we go. There's the boiled peanuts. This is Peanut Patch brand. So for those of you who don't know, boiled peanuts are a Southern delicacy. And if you're familiar with edamame, those of you who like sushi and like Japanese restaurants and whatnot, the soybeans that they boil and serve with salt, peel them out of the pod and eat them. Well, this is kind of like that. These are peanuts, as you can see. They boil them raw. So everything that you're seeing here, we've got water, peanuts, and salt, and that's it. But man, what an absolute delicacy these things are. Very popular in the South, and I think of possibly African origins, back from the days of slavery, which is a dark time in our country. But out of those dark times come treats like this. I think they called them ground nuts or something in Africa, where they would boil them and season them and then eat them. But here we go. Jordan's got some. He's never had them before. He's going to give them a shot. Man, that's just delightful right there. So you see they come in the shell, just like normal. But they're, like I said, they start raw, so they're not roasted or dried or anything. So they're fresh, raw peanuts that they then boil for, I don't know, hours, days, weeks, something like that. Pretty salty, right?
Yeah, it tastes good.
Yeah, like
It's
them?
weird to have a squishy peanut.
I know. Yeah, texturally, they're a little bit weird. I mean, again, it has kind of a bean texture, like a kidney bean or a soybean or whatever, but
But it tastes really good.
yeah, they are delightful. Now, I don't know where you can get these outside of the South. First time I ever had them, I think I was in Florida or maybe somewhere down there. Or maybe it was when we went to Mississippi. I can't remember. Found them on a roadside stand and was just blown away. They were making them fresh right there at this outdoor market, whatever it was. And man, I was absolutely blown away by them. I absolutely love them. Now, I have had some that aren't so great. I've been to, I don't remember where it was, gas station somewhere. And they had like the boiled peanut bar or whatever in their place. And so I was like, man, yeah, boiled peanuts, I love them. And they were not good. I don't know if they were old or the equipment hadn't been cleaned or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, but if you guys love peanuts, you're going to absolutely love boiled peanuts. The company that started, there's a lady that started this National Boiled Peanut Day. I think it's Dixie something. I don't know. Anyway, so this isn't the same brand, but boiled peanuts. Now we have a day every year that we can celebrate National Boiled Peanut Day. So get out there. I found these at Walmart, by the way, in the like the canned,
Okay.
yeah, canned vegetable section, or canned, like where you find the beans and all that kind of stuff. Man, these are just really good. I can sit here and eat these all day.
Yeah.
But we've got a show to do, so we're gonna continue on with that. Man, oh man, boiled peanuts, guys. I'm gonna share these with the crew after the show. You need to give them a try. That's my something cool. That's what they look like. I don't know. Get a zoom in on that.
Messy hands, too.
Yeah. So you can eat them cold. You can eat them. They're best if they're warm. So you can heat them up on the stove or heat them up in the microwave or whatever. Or just eat them cold right out of the can. Or you can make your own. Go buy some. I don't know where you get raw peanuts to make them, but I'm sure there's sources out there somewhere. So one more bite, then I'll put these away. You don't want to just watch me sit here eating boiled peanuts all day long, right? All right, well, there you go.
All right.
National Boiled Peanut Day. I just spit all over the table. You're not supposed to talk with food in your mouth, right? All right, there you go. That's my cool item for the day. Not to make my nose run. Man, those are good. I could eat that all day long. All right.
All right.
Let me know your thoughts. We got somebody on the chat from some foreign country.
I think it's a way of saying hello in Chinese.
In Chinese. Okay,
I
well.
think literally it translates to how are you? Yeah.
So the viewer that commented, how are you, from what may be China, thank you for being here. We're going to jump into this last instrument of the day. Now, this is something you don't get to see every day on this show, and I'm super excited about this. This is a really amazing piece. First of all, check out the case. Very vintage, kind of that alligator style case. I don't think it's real leather. It could be, I suppose. No, that's a fake leather cloth. This is a 1935, so we're talking 90-year-old instrument here. This is a King Master Model Silvertone Cornet. So let me show you what all of that means here. This is an absolutely beautiful, amazingly preserved instrument that is almost 100 years old and looks like it was just made yesterday. So here we go. Look at that beauty right there. So this is a cornet. Difference primarily between a cornet and a trumpet. The cornet, I think, is kind of the precursor to the trumpet. And if I'm not mistaken, and guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but a cornet typically has a more conical bore as opposed to a cylindrical bore like the trumpet. Typically a bit of a warmer sound, if I'm not mistaken. But what makes this horn extremely special is a couple things. First of all, I mean, look at this engraving, if you can get the close-up camera on that. This Art Deco style engraving on here is just gorgeous. And I don't know if it's showing up there at all, but man, it is absolutely beautiful, this kind of geometric Art Deco pattern on there. So you've got the engraving for one, which there are few companies and few artisans still producing this level of engraving on modern day horns. They do it, it's different. I know the artists at the Cannonball Company are really doing some amazing stuff with engraving. But even so, there's just a different look to it. And I think it's different techniques, different styles. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but there's just really something special about vintage engraving on these horns. So you've got the engraving. So what else do you have? This is a medium bore, 475 bore, I think is what it is. 4.5 inch diameter bell. But the bell is sterling silver. So this is a solid sterling silver bell. One piece, absolutely beautiful. The pistons on this has been well maintained and cared for. You've got the mother of pearl key touches on the top. Still a very tight, smooth action on these pistons. And then the other thing that I find is really cool is you've got the underslung tuning slide, which is on the bottom of the horn here, with a micro tuner. So what's a micro tuner? So you can just turn that little knob there, and it will move the slide in one direction or the other in just micro increments, which give you, to the zoom in on there. So that little knurled piece there, you can just turn that, and it moves the slide very minutely in or out, which gives you that amazing. Then you can also just, if you need to really get aggressive with it, you can just pull that slide out like that. But all the slides are super smooth. It's clean. All of the parts are there and original. This is a 90-year-old horn, but still plays beautifully. Would be great in any jazz setting, certainly like a vintage hot jazz. You know, you're playing like jazz music from the 20s and 30s. Kind of like what I shared a few weeks ago with the Wynton Marsalis video. And that, what was the movie? I'm blanking at the moment. Anyway, but that style of music, here's the inside of the case. A little rough on the inside of the case. Not too bad though, but it has the original mouthpiece. This is a King, is it an M2, I think is the facing on that. So you've got the original mouthpiece. Everything original on this, guys. And it even has the original key to the case. This is an amazing horn. This is the King Master Model, medium bore, silver tone cornet, professional grade. And the Master Model cornet, I think, was started in like the late 20s maybe, and was built all the way through the 60s before, King was acquired by what is now the Conn-Selmer Company. And but this was the horn played for decades by many, many professional artists. And it's just a beauty, and you'll be able to pick this up on our website. We're going to be photographing this right after the show and get that listing up and live for you. But if you want to get it before it goes live to the world, you can give me a call, 417-882-7006 or 7000, or check out all of our pages. Eating boiled peanuts in New Orleans is the best. Yeah, it is. I agree with you 100%. All right, so that is the final horn of the day. I'm just going to set that there. Clean off my boiled peanut mess here. So what does that leave us, Jordan? Where are we here?
All we have left is, did you bring a quote to share with us today?
A quote, a piece of wisdom. I did. This is a short little quote from a legendary artist, the great George Gershwin. Famous for Rhapsody in Blue and amongst hundreds of other songs. But he says this, George Gershwin says, life is a lot like jazz. It's best when you improvise. and I'm not a great improviser, but you know, I'm working on it. I'm getting better. So life is life is a lot like jazz. There's a lot of alliteration there. Got the L's going on like crazy. Life is a lot like jazz. It's best when you improvise. All right, guys, there's my quote for the day. That's the show for the day. I'm going to get back to my boiled peanuts while I sign off here because these are delightful. We'll be back here next week doing this all over again, which will be, I don't know, next week, next Friday, 9 a.m. Happy anniversary to me and the show. Thank you guys for being here on the chat. I appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Remember this, helping people make meaningful music is what we do. And when you're ready, I'm here for you too. Have a great day. Bye-bye.